I wanted to do a quick video about something that I've been thinking about quite a bit lately and something that kind of comes up for me sometimes. I feel like sometimes, you might hear something, someone might say something, and it puts things into perspective for you. And sometimes you need a reminder of something that you already knew inside, but you just need a kind of like a reminder and to kind of for things to be put into perspective, even for a little bit while. By hearing something, or someone might say something, and it kind of reminds you of a perspective that you might have already had, but it's just about kind of drawing it out of yourself sometimes, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to talk about when people say that they feel lost. I do often find myself thinking and saying it to people that I feel lost, or I'm not. Like it just even just the wording, just I feel lost. And I want to suggest that it's not really it's not useful, and it's not exactly right to say that you're lost. And I wanted to put some kind of perspective on it. So I feel like when I say I feel lost, or I'm very lost in life, really what I have to remind myself of when I say those things, when I think those things, is that really we're never lost, really. So what it is it's kind of, we are wherever we are at this time. And sometimes we feel like, we don't recognize the way that we're currently feeling. It doesn't feel like yourself anymore. It doesn't feel like this is how you used to feel, or this is how I used to behave, or this is how I used to be. Something is kind of off, and I feel lost. And it's something that, like I said, I often think that myself as well, that like I feel lost, or I'm lost in life, or I'm lost, But really it means that what it might mean is that you're kind of going through some kind of internal change, or even there's an external change happening and it's kind of affecting you on an internal personal level, and you just don't have the tools yet, I guess, or you're not utilizing the tools yet to become used to this new situation. So then you feel that you're lost, but really you just happen to be going through whatever you're going through. And it's just about kind of self-awareness, and kind of recognizing your own feelings and your thoughts about certain situations. Whatever situation you're in, just recognize what you're actually feeling, and that is where you're at then. The situation, the external situation and the internal situation, is where you're at. And to describe it as a feeling of loss, I mean, it makes sense in some way. It's an okay thing to say, but it's just, I want to shift perspective into, this thought of that it's never that we're lost. It's just that we're going through a situation that may be unfamiliar. But as long as you recognize the situation, you recognize what's going on, and you recognize your own feelings and thoughts around it, then that is where you are. That is where you're at. So you are here. This is where you're at. And it may feel uncomfortable because it's like a change is happening, or you don't feel how you used to feel, and you want to kind of go back to how you used to feel. And I'm very guilty of this as well. Like, I want to have certain feelings that I used to have. And if I'm not having those feelings, let's say, then it's like I'm lost. But really it is just that I'm going through something that I maybe didn't expect to go through, or I'm kind of internally I'm feeling something that I didn't expect to feel. And so yes, it's harder to navigate it. So in that sense, it's like you're lost. I know I'm hung up on this word loss, but I just want to explain what I've been thinking about it lately, about how even the word lost, really I don't feel like we're ever lost, really, because it's just we're unable to in the moment recognize where we're at. But this is where you're at, and you're just going through something, and it's just about recognizing your own selfhood in that, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what the situation is, and that's where you are. And to kind of let things unfold. Sometimes it's important to kind of let things just unfold, and to recognize that, you know, all things must pass. And it's about making peace with just your different emotional states almost. That you shouldn't always want to be just in the same emotional state or baseline. So just navigating that is difficult for us, navigating situations that we're not used to maybe, and then that's what makes us think we're lost. But really, if you think about it, if you really kind of lean into it, you'll see that really this just happens to be part of your journey, and this is where you're at the moment. And it's just about now either kind of letting things unfold, or sometimes it's also about taking action and actually recognizing the situation first, and then kind of making something happen to kind of to go left or right. So you always really deep inside, I feel like you always know where you are, where you're at. It can be hard to verbalize sometimes. It can be hard to recognize if it's a new situation that you're not used to. But essentially, we're never really lost. We're here. And sometimes it's about kind of stopping all the rushing around and seeing, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And it's uncomfortable. It may be something to do with like growing pains, emotional growing pains, let's say, if it's a new situation that we're internally dealing with. And this is where I'm at. And this is how I'm feeling, and this is what I'm thinking about this situation, and this is where I am. And it may be uncomfortable, it may be unfamiliar, but we can get through it, and it won't feel like this forever, and we're never really lost. I hope I covered that okay, and I hope it was maybe a little bit inspiring for someone. I just wanted to get these thoughts out anyway. So thanks for watching this video. Bye.